Hi, my name is William White. I'm a model, a TikTok influencer, and now a podcaster. I played hockey my whole life, made videos doing landscaping, lip singing, and I got famous on TikTok. So yeah, that's me, and I'm here having a Paralympic athlete, world medalist, Bianca Borgella, and I'm very excited to have her on. She's our first guest that is very successful, so it's going to be really interesting. Let's dive into that. Okay, so Bianca, how are you?
Hi.
Are you excited to be on the podcast?
I'm kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just a little nervous.
I'm always nervous before it. I'm so excited to have you on the podcast. This is awesome.
No, this is gonna be exciting. Never really done a podcast, so
Nice.
yeah.
That's so cute. So we met at the airport, me and Bianca. It was crazy how it happened. It just randomly happened, and I was so happy
Yeah,
to
it was
post to that.
definitely
You know?
random because my flight wasn't until like later that night, and it actually kept getting delayed. But first time kind of in the Toronto airport again for a hot minute, so I was like, I'm gonna go there like 10 times earlier than I'm supposed to. And then I got lost, and I was like, I don't know where I'm going. So then obviously ran into you, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just running into people now. Don't really know what I'm doing, but and I kind of stuck with the flow until I found out who you were, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
See, I look at you as like, oh, okay. Like you're, like that's sick. I always wanted to be an athlete, but it didn't work out, so that's okay.
Yeah, I
Did something
heard you
else.
did hockey, so I was like, oh, okay. I'll start with, I guess, when I really got into track, and it's going to be like a mixture between like mental health and like all the challenges and how I kind of got to where I am. So obviously I got into track from a camp that I went to that my mom would send me to every single year. And it was basically a sports camp, which was super fun. And I would always go around flipping everywhere. And this was when I was like 14, 15. And one day there was a track coach there. He was like, you're super fast. You should do track really competitively. And I was telling him, like, I don't really want to do that because I kind of want to live my 15-year-old life, you know, have fun with my friends, not really like dedicate myself to a lifestyle of training 24/7. So I think I'll pass on that. And then he went to my mom. Mom's like, yeah, she's doing it. And obviously parents make the final decision at that time. So she signed me up with the Ottawa Lions, and I never went to trainings because she could not convince me to go, and I would be very persistent on saying no. So for the last 3 years, from 15 to 18, I would say, I was not training at all. I was training here and there, but then one day someone was like, you know, the 2021 Olympics, Paralympics is happening. You should try to make that team. So I was like, you know what? I'm a little motivated to actually make that team. So then I did go to training a month prior to like the deadline. And I almost actually reached the deadline. Like I almost made that team, but it was like 2 spots off of making that team. And I feel like that's kind of what was like, you know what? I want to make the next team at some point. So still didn't go to training when I got to university. My friend finally forced me to go to trainings, and then I started going. And then a year or 2 years later, World Championships happened, and that's when I made my first team. Was super scared, really nervous, but you know, somehow persevered and got bronze in the 100, got a silver in the 2, which could have been a gold, but my blocks were the absolute worst. And then the goal was to get gold at the Paralympics, but then I got injured a month before from another race because I tweaked my hamstring and it was a first grade tear. And then ran at the Paralympics, made it past the semis, somewhat made it past the final, I would like to say, and finished top 8. Yeah, I guess that's kind of more of a summary. And that was And I guess the mental aspect of it was that that whole year of from world champs to like when I first kind of joined 2021 to 2024, I guess, was also like really stressful because I was also starting university. So I also had to deal with the fact that the transition from high school to university wasn't very easy. So first year was not passing my classes. It was one of the worst grades I've ever had. Never saw so many Fs in my life, but really hard. But then I had my friend, Ash, who was there to help me. And then also during that span, she also got cancer. So that was also really hard to deal with. And then she passed away this year, which was also another hit, like mentally. So I had to take a mental break for like 2 weeks back in January because I had to cope with that. Yeah. It was like around the same time my birthday was, because she passed away on the 3rd. My birthday was on the 10th. So I was like, I don't like January. January is the worst month for me now. And my friend's like, you gotta kind of still like continue to be strong because you're out here going to compete in August. And I'm like, I'm kind of unmotivated now. Like, I'm kind of like, I'm not really feeling it anymore. And like, Bianca, you still have to do it. Like, you have to. And then a bunch of stuff just happened, and I was just like I was just spiraling that whole month. And yeah, it was just not a very fun month for me. But then I had a friend her name was Emma. She came to my house with a cooked chicken, sugar cookies, and bubble tea and iced tea. And she's like, you're getting out the house. I bought all your snacks. Lock in. And I'm like, I guess I'll finally lock in then. So then I did, competed. She's amazing for that. And then went to do my outdoors, and everything went smoothly until I got injured. So yeah.
Nice. I can't believe. Yeah, that's a lot with your friend. Like, that's hard, eh? And then the mental break and having to keep pushing through that's hard. But good for you.
She taught me so much. Like, she was basically my chemistry tutor. And she was just fighting for 2 years. And throughout those 2 years, she was fighting. Like, she was really my number one fan. And I know she's watching me from up there, and she's still like, you better keep going to trainings. So that kind of what pushed me when I realized, and like, she wouldn't, like, my friend would not want me to just be moping and being sad. So she would want me to go train and continue what I started. So.
That's so cool. So you believe God? A little bit?
Yeah.
Me too. And that kind of leads me into like a question, like, did you have to sacrifice, I'm guessing, a lot, right?
Yeah, a lot of things you gotta sacrifice, because in track, like, obviously doping control comes to your door almost every day. So it's like, me, I kind of made it more of a personal rule. Obviously no alcohol for me. Can't really do drugs, which I didn't really do, so yeah.
Nice.
But then it's also you're kind of like sacrificing having a social life as well. So I don't really have that either.
Yeah, that's okay though, because
yeah,
I don't know, it's better.
I'm kind of okay with it because I like kind of being alone. I like my personal space. It's not too chaotic, so
me too.
I'm fine with it.
That's awesome. You just ran in the gold medal Olympics, and you fell. How do you feel with that?
Oh my gosh, it stings. It actually stings. Because even my coaches, they're like, you could have low-key PB'd and won. And I was like, I know I could have. But even going into that, I went into it with an injury already. So I knew I was going to get injured. Like, deep down, it's like, I know I'm about to pull my hamstring even more this time. But I kind of was hoping I wouldn't. But I knew I was going to. So it's kind of like mixed emotions. I felt like even the moment it happened, I heard the rip in my hamstring, which was, that one lives in my head rent free. So
I bet.
Yeah, I heard it. The crowd was like, ooh. And I was like, okay, this is embarrassing. Looked at my leg.
Is it nerve-wracking? Like with that big crowd?
I don't think I was really nervous, honestly. Because I think I was more just hyped. Like, I think the energy of the crowd kind of went on to me, and I was just more excited. Like, I don't think I really was nervous. Until it's more until I fell. Then I was like, oh, there's so many people that just watch me, like, literally eat shit.
Right? And then it's like, everyone's feeling bad for me. It's like, no,
Yeah, I didn't really like the whole ooh noise because I was like, okay, I have two options. I could just lay here and
Hmm.
have someone carry me out, or I can attempt to stand up and try to finish
Hmm.
this race. And I was like, you know what? Looked at my leg, looked at my bloody knee, and I'm like, I'm gonna get up. I don't care. No, I can't end it off like this. I came all this way just to what? Fall on the
Nice.
ground? No. So I got up, finished it, then I cried.
Are you gonna have another chance to go and do it
Pardon?
again? Like another? You'll have another chance. Like I think it's every 4 years, right?
Yeah,
The
every
Olympics.
4 years. So
S-
2028, it's in LA. So definitely that will be
Nice.
my redemption.
Nice.
Even the girl who won, she's like, "You were supposed to win this. Like the way you got out, you were gonna beat me." And I was like, "Stop, please stop."
It's probably more of like a
So
lifestyle thing, right? Like it's more for
yeah,
like, other than winning, more like a lifestyle kind of.
yeah,
Makes you
it's
feel
like
good, you know?
it does. Like it's definitely a therapy. I use it as therapy because
Yeah,
also
therapy.
I'm in school and that's really stressful. So whenever I get to train, it's like a way of like really like releasing steam.
Yeah. I saw you take like biology, right? I think you're studying.
Yeah,
That's cool. I'm
it's
interested in
not the
biology.
funnest of all. Pardon?
No? I'm interested in biology because it's like everything, It's like nature and stuff. It's like everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's
No,
pretty
it's
sick.
very fun. And like my program, it's specifically like neural science. So it's like everything with the human brain, but I also still get to do courses. But bio has always been my favorite subject, especially genetics. I just always found it like interesting and I loved it.
Nice, yeah. Um, yeah, it's cool. Um,
Yeah.
do you like school?
Pardon?
Do you like school? Or
That
if
can be a 50-50. Like there's definitely times where I don't like it and I don't want to be there. But then I kind of like, you know what, I have to be here because
mm,
I'm in it now and I have to finish. Like whatever I start, I have to finish it. So
true. That's
it has its
nice.
perks, it has its benefits because I also get to compete for the school, which is nice.
Nice. What school do you go to? Or did you
I
go
go
to?
to Ottawa.
Oh, nice. I'm
Yeah,
going there.
final year, almost done.
Nice. That's sick. I didn't go to school. I went to school for like one day and then I quit.
What school
I
is
was like,
that?
it was a college shared and I was like in class I did like marketing or something and I was just
Ooh.
like I quit though. I'm so mad. I should have stayed, but it's whatever.
Well, then again, like marketing is also like I've heard like business students they don't really like business, so I don't know.
Yeah, right? I like my own business, like doing my own thing, but it's still good to learn, I guess.
That's true.
You know.
No, as long as you're still working, that's all that matters at the end. Like you just got to do what you love, and if you love school, you stay in school. If you love something else, do what
Facts.
you have to do.
I know for so many years I wasn't doing like what I want, like kind of. I guess we always doubt like should I do this, do this, but I think I'm finally
Hmm.
coming to a point where I'm like understanding a bit more. I think it's just being
And that's
positive, like moving, you know,
and
moving
that's the
within
fact when like
yourself.
growing up, because it's like you like everyone's still trying to figure out where they belong and like where they fit. And it's what
Yeah,
we have to do. So it's just a learning process. We're all still young.
it's true, right? It feels like we're getting older, and I'm like I'm almost 25. I'm like, oh no, like I make like little mistakes. I'm like, how do I make that mistake? You know.
No, you're still young. You're halfway through 50, so you're still young.
What age did you feel like I can do this or I want to do this? Or like, do you remember like a certain time where you're like, I could do this, or what motivated you? All of that kind of stuff.
Ooh, okay.
It's a hard one.
I would have to say, well, originally I was in track since I was 15, but I just actually never took it seriously because I did not want to do track at first and I hated
Mm,
training. I liked competing, hated
nice.
training. So didn't want to do that. And it's not until university of first year where my friend was like, she knew I did track and she knew I was good at it. And she's like, Bianca, don't you do track? And I'm like, no, I'm kind of ish. I don't really like want to go. She's like, you know what? We're going on an adventure. So she got my stuff. We drove to the track facility and she's like, this is the destination, get out. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she's like, have fun at training. I'll come get you later. And I'm like, okay. So then I went And then she did that for a hot minute until I was like, you know what? I actually don't mind the training fact. I actually like it. She's like, good. Now you're staying in it. So she was actually the one who kind of convinced me to go to trainings. And
That's
I kind of
sick.
just stuck to it then.
That's cool. I can't believe you just went. Like you were just like, I'm doing it. Let's go. That's sick. I do that stuff
Yeah.
too.
He's like, I'm
You
dropping you
know?
off. She's like, I'm dropping you off. You have the potential. You're doing it. And since then, I'm also doing it for her because I know she would have wanted me to be far in the sport. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um,
Yeah.
Whatever makes us feel like fulfilled too. I was watching your videos and like I'm so jealous of how like nice, like you're so like athletic. I miss being like that, so I started working out
Oh
more,
my
but
gosh, stop.
you look so
No,
athletic.
you
I'm like, that's how
always
you
be
be.
athletic. Like, I don't like being athletic, I'm gonna be honest. But like
It's a
I used to
job.
hate the gym. I started going to the gym since last year. And that's why like I could
Yeah.
only say I've been serious in track since last year because I've only started going to the gym since last year. So it's like I love the gym. Like I love doing deadlifts and like you just gotta find the machine that works for you and then you just get
Yeah.
addicted to it. It's like a
That's so
show or
true.
like a type of food, you really like. So if you find something you really like and you just start doing it, it becomes like second nature.
Yeah, I like the Bowflex machine. I pretend I'm like Spider-Man,
Ooh.
like fighting.
See? That's the way to go. You just
Yeah,
gotta find the right machine for you and like the right kind of system, and then
exactly.
everything will kind of work itself out.
Um, we're gonna show some quick clips of Bianca running. Here we go. You know, you're a world medalist. Like you're looked up to. I see like you have commercials, CIBC, like do you feel different, or do you feel like just the same beyond, like, it gives you that different feeling? But for me, like, I don't feel much different, but as I start advancing, I am starting to feel like, oh wow, like this is like a dream becoming a reality, you know?
No, for me, I would like to always still want to be the same Bianca in a way, because it's like I get like people will look up to me, but it's like I still want to also be able to like live my life to the way I want to live it, and like still also be a role model at the same time. So it's like obviously like I have a lot of sponsors, and like they kind of look at like, Bianca, you got to do this, you got to do this. I'm like, okay, understood, but I'm also going to add a twist to it and still kind of bring my own personality and my own self to it, so then it doesn't feel like I'm really changing. Because I don't want to change. Like, I want people to know who I am as a person and not someone who's like fabricated. So it's like it's better to know
that too.
Yeah, so it's like it's better to like be yourself on like TV or cameras, because it's like you just feel you want to still kind of feel that sense of like normalness, and that's kind of what's important to me, to just be like normal. Like in interviews I'm super goofy, or I'll start laughing, so that's kind of
so cool.
What I want to kind of throw out to people, and to be like, you know what, like I'm approachable, like you guys could also approach me in public and I'll still be super nice, don't worry, I'm not scary. So
right, like some people look at you like you're like maybe better than them, and it just makes things awkward sometimes.
Yeah,
but it's like, you know, but it's like that's not the case. Like we have to work so hard just to like do like, you know, like anyone can do it, but it takes.
That's what I'm saying. It's like anyone could be an athlete, just gotta have the right ambitions, and boom, you could be exactly where I am. So it's like even when I met like one of the best athletes in Canada, Andre and Aaron, I were like, oh my gosh, you just met them, you should have been scared. I'm like, why should I? I feel like they would want me to treat them the way anyone else treats them, like normally. Like I don't want them to treat me any differently. So I'm gonna like talk to them the way I talk to my friends, like super casual, like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Because I feel like just being yourself goes a long way too.
Like your high school friends, are you still friends with everyone you used to be, or has that changed?
Ooh, some of that I would say. Yeah, like I think from high school, I'm only friends with, I used to have a huge friend group in high school, but I think after I graduated and got more into track and got busy into school, I think I only kept like 4 of them, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, like that, like even though we're like, we're gonna be best friends forever, that did not really last forever.
No, I know. So, I was thinking that today. Me and my friends used to like always talk like that, and I just can't believe how quickly things can change. And there's like no hate towards it, but it's just kind of how it happens, I guess.
Yeah, because it's not like you guys drifted off over a fight. It's kind of just, it just happened. Like both sides got busy, so it's like you couldn't really talk, couldn't really connect. Like there is those people who still kind of reach out, like, hey Bianca, remember me from high school? And I was like, that's nice. Honestly, I do remember you, but like I don't remember talking to you as much, but I do remember you.
Nice. I
so it's like there's those moments, but like really close friends, like there was one friend I had since grade 5 actually. It was elementary, and we were friends in high school too, but then right when grade 12 hit before university, we just never spoke since then. I know
it's sad sometimes. It's like, you know, you have so much history, but it's life, right? It's like whatever.
Yeah, that's actually, now that I think about it, that's actually so sad.
I know. It is. Like, I was thinking about it today.
So many close friends, and it's like those times where you have sleepovers, like you'd spend time playing games. Now, that's actually so depressing.
It is. Hopefully, that's not my life. But no, I've been thinking about that today. I was like, damn, I miss some of my friends, and I always try to people please. So I'm always like going back and thinking, oh, maybe I'm in the wrong. Like I should be fixing, but you have to just kind of do your own thing, and you know.
Yeah, because now I think about like, what if the friends you have now and you just drift apart from them too? Like,
right? That's funny.
I wouldn't want like, that.
I'll never see you again, Bianca. Bye. Like we just drifted.
I guess not. I'm just gonna vanish.
No. What responsibilities do you have to face in your career? that was kind of like the question with sacrifice. Like, is there things you have to sacrifice growing up, like parties and stuff? Like, did you have to say no to things? Did you, because you wanted your goal so much more?
I definitely said no to a lot of parties, but I will say in first year university, I kind of made up for that for the times I did say no. But now, I'm definitely sacrificing big, like.
Do you like clubs?
Pardon?
No. Do you like clubs?
I went to one of my first year of university. I went and I hated it.
I hate it too.
It wasn't for me. It's too many people, and I feel like I felt really like suffocated by just the amount of people, and it was just really loud. And I'm like, this is not a place for me. I have to go.
And there's no like good intentions at a club. Like, we're there to get drunk. We're there to get like it's always just kind of bad like vibes. So like I'm like stay away.
Yeah, like at first I was like, okay. It was like, yeah, this is what university kids do. We have fun. I'm like, I guess I've never really went to one. I went. I'm like, take me out. I'm never coming back here ever again. And I never went back. Never. That. And I will never go back. So that I don't even mind sacrificing that, because that is something I just did not like.
Do you have a next goal? What's your next goal?
I do have a next goal. So my next goal is, besides being a Paralympian, now I'm going to go and be an Olympian. And I actually told this to CBC that 2028, I'll be at both games. So
good for you.
After my hamstring heals. So that's kind of my next goal, to be a dual athlete in a way.
Oh, wow. So you're like, so how do you get faster? Is it just muscle training and like sprinting? Like, how do you work on just like, I guess everything? It's a mindset too, right?
Like, track is such a mental game as well. So you also have to have a really strong mental health, because especially when it comes to like, your times won't change. And if it doesn't change, you'll get frustrated. And when you get frustrated, you get like unmotivated, and it starts to spiral. So I feel like obviously I got to strengthen not only like my body and like my speed, but also my mentality and how I look at it.
Nice.
Which is also a really big thing. So like, I feel like mental comes first, and then everything else will kind of come into play as well when it comes to track. Yeah,
that's so true. Because your mind can make your body like different. Like, you like basically do what you want to do with your mind. Like, it's crazy.
Exactly. Like, if I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to go to training and I'm going to sit on the couch, eat a bunch of brownies and watch Netflix, I'm going to end up doing that. So if I'm like, you know what, Bianca, change that mindset, go to the gym, and then I'm going to do it.
I know. Like, for me, I was like eating brownies, like you said, and then it became a habit. And it's so hard to like beat that habit sometimes. I'm like, you feel like you get down on yourself, but you got to keep moving forward, you know?
No, that's what's so important, because that brownie addiction, I had a really bad 2-bite brownies. Like, you would look in my fridge and there'd be stacks of them.
That's so funny. You eat healthy, like salad and like all like chicken and stuff. Like, you eat like very healthy, like all that stuff.
I actually don't. Yeah, no, because it's like, I wake up and I'm like, do I really want to make breakfast? Now let me order Uber Eats and see what breakfast is saying today. Like, and it just gets delivered to your door. I don't really have to do anything. Just open, eat, time to go work out. It's just so easy.
Right? It's so good talking to you, by the way. This is really fun.
Oh no, this is fun too. Oh wait, you used to model. Do you still model?
So I say I'm a model because like, I'm not signed with anything right now, but I was, and I still like do photo shoots and I model.
But wait, that means you're basically still a model though, in a way. It's like freelance.
Yeah, like, I think my whole life is like modeling. I realized, like, that's all I do. I'm like, it's like a lifestyle. Like, I don't even know. I guess like,
yeah. So like, how being a model, like, kind of like, since that was like, you would say it's your whole life. Like, how does that, like, in a day in the life with William, how would that work?
Looking in the mirror a lot, trying to like feel vibes, and like it's almost kind of like just trying to be like not perceived, but like a respectful person, but making people feel nice. And you know, it used to just be to get by. My teachers just be like, put a cute smile. Now it's becoming like a lifestyle job.
No, that's fair. It's now part of your life now.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to push that away for many years. I was like, oh, you always try to look good. You gotta be more of a man. You gotta do this and this. So I was slipping. In my prime, worst time to start slipping. Stories make it even better. So like when there's ups and downs in your career, it's so much better. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if there's a down, the comebacks are always the best part. So
exactly, and they're the hardest, but that's what makes you find you. It's like you go through it, you figure out how you don't want to be, what you don't want to do, and you move upon that in a real way though. Because sometimes I'll say it and then I just keep doing the same thing, but I'm getting to a point in my life where it's like I can't be doing this. Like I'm driving myself nuts doing it like that. So
yeah,
you know.
No,
I write a lot of things down too. Like I'll be like, I drew like a mountain in my notes and I was like, this is the bottom of the mountain, and then everything I do good, I write it down and check and just keep going on like a positive up, you know.
So would you say like that's kind of your way to kind of like keep your, like to make sure like your goals kind of stay in check, and that's like you would say like you would write it down to like kind of keep yourself balanced and like
to like
well-rounded,
balance and believe in myself, because I realize there's like you can be so negative and look at yourself this way, but then once you're positive you look at yourself this way. So it's like we gotta grow that positive, because there's like two perspectives to everything. So it's like you gotta be careful. Like when I'm in that negative mindset, I can look so bad at myself and everyone else can see it too because I'm that being like that. But when you're positive, then they're like, right?
No, that's really good that you have something to like kind of keep you like balanced, and like I feel like it's also important to also have a good like community around you to kind of support you and like want you to achieve your goals too. I feel like that's also very important.
That's so true. Yeah, it's good to have a good support system. Like even talking to you, like people with goals and kind of have the same mindset that way, it definitely makes you feel like 10 times better, right?
So who would you say is kind of like your inspiration that kind of like make you want to be the better person, like be a better person in your life, your life?
That's smart. It used to be like Justin Bieber and stuff, and I still think it's like other people, but it's like a lot myself, like my younger self, just being like, why are you doing that to? But it's like just all successful people now, like everyone that's doing something positive in their life. It's kind of like, because I realize how scary life can be, so it's like I want to think positive. I just want to keep growing.
When I turned 18, I'm like, okay, yeah, taxes, all this stuff. And I'm like, what is this?
Right?
And like, you have to do this, you have to like be this, you got to act like this, you're on TV now. And I'm like, oh, okay. I just wanted to like go to school and like, become a doctor. All right. So,
right? And then the public eye is scary. I have some fun questions for you.
Ooh, I like the fun questions.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Oh. I hate exposing myself. I'm honestly
heavy metal?
No, I can't. I can't. So basically, I kind of like a mixture of everything, but I would say my 3 top genres would be instrumental, Brazilian funk, K-pop.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Brazilian. K-pop. What is that it? Or
yeah.
Yeah? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
but we'll go with that. We'll end it there.
That's awesome. I like that. I gotta search it up.
What would you say yours are?
I would say rap, EDM, pop, rock, 80s music.
Okay, yeah, you're kind of everywhere too.
Yeah, everywhere.
Okay,
like,
I did get asked this question once in an interview, And
Yeah,
I thought I'd ask it to you because you're a fellow Canadian. So I'm gonna say three
nice.
Canadian artists, and you would rank them from like your top to your least
That's
favorite.
fun.
Okay?
Nice. Okay.
So this one, I think it was Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, and Drake.
Okay, so number one, Justin Bieber. Number two, The Weeknd. And number three, Drake. Um,
Oh,
I love Justin Bieber, bro. I wanted to be like him my whole life. I used to cry. I used to be like, why don't I have what he has? When my dad crying and stuff. I swear. And then I'd go in the mirror. I actually have YouTube videos when I was like young. It's William White boyfriend. If you just search William White boyfriend, you'll see. But I'm trying to
I'm gonna
sing.
search this up right now.
If I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go.
If I was your boyfriend,
Yeah,
I'd never let you go.
I was
I could
young.
keep
And I
you
remember my sister kept crying. She was like a baby. So I put her in the room and I closed it and put a chair on it. And she was like, kept crying. I'm like, trying to make a video. I'm like, Julia, like you're ruining this is my freaking, this is my time to shine. That's pretty
My
funny.
time to shine.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh my
never
gosh.
shines, but gave it a shot. What are your favorite foods?
Favorite foods?
Do you like steak? Like my favorite, steak, lobster, pasta,
Ooh,
mussels.
I love lobster. Lobster's so good. But I think I would
Right?
just shrimp over.
No.
I I love it my whole life. Shrimp, my go-to is shrimp, a shawarma wrap, and Alfredo
I love
pasta.
shawarma. Shawarma's the best. You like
So
Alfredo?
good.
You like Alfredo the best though? Better than meat pasta? Like red sauce?
Yeah,
Like,
I think so. I think I'd prefer Alfredo over like the actual other pasta.
I can't believe you. My dad's like that too. Everyone's like that.
That's the way to go because like I feel like with pasta like yeah you just have like I don't know just like but Alfredo's like you could have shrimp Alfredo, you could have chicken Alfredo, you could have seafood, like it's just options.
Oh, true.
So I feel
True.
like yeah there's meatballs with the other one but that's really it. So.
I love meatballs.
Honestly, I
Where do you
too,
see
so I can't
yourself
think.
in the next 5 years? What's like your plan?
Oh, I see myself with a gold medal from the Olympic and the Paralympic, and hopefully making nine, like 10 figures by then. But
I think you will. And I think you're gonna be on Nike and stuff, doing commercials.
I don't see it. It's either Nike for me, Nike, Adidas, or Puma. Whichever takes me, I'll accept.
I like Adidas.
I like Adidas too, but I also love
Right?
Nike. But I also love Puma, so
Yeah, whatever, right? Like, I'm good with whatever.
honestly, same. I'm good where if whichever wants me. I have
Yeah.
a cute catchphrase and like Instagram caption for each one, so whichever wants me first.
Aw, that's freaking cool.
I
love
like
that.
pre-plan these. I have like the notes, and I'm like, if this company wants me, I'll do this. If this one wants me, I'll do that.
That's sick. I gotta do that more.
It's like the vision board.
Yeah.
If you had to pick a country to visit that you haven't been to yet, what would it be and why?
Okay. If I had to pick one country, Madagascar. I want to see like the wild. I want to see like lions and zebras and like or Amazon rainforest, like something like that would be sick, dude. I also have a pet lion.
Huh?
Yeah, my fans adopted a lion for me. His name's Braveheart, and he's in Madagascar, so I can go see
Okay,
him.
now you have to go to Madagascar.
Imagine me and you go to Madagascar, take some videos. That'd
Yo,
be
I
sick,
would not
dude.
mind. I would not complain. Like
All right,
it's
we're doing
it's
that
giving the Lion King.
Yeah.
That's what it's giving right
Lion
now.
King.
It's giving Lion King. Like
That's cool.
Braveheart. No, who needs Simba? You have Braveheart now. What?
Right? And I also have a kangaroo in
Oh my
Australia.
gosh.
Adopted that too. So
Is it in Australia or like?
yeah, I hope I'm not
Now
wrong
you have
about
to
this, but I'm positive it's.
You gotta go meet the
Australia.
kangaroo too. What the heck?
I know. I don't have an interest in Australia though as much. Why though? Maybe it's the spiders. I think it's the spiders.
Yeah, I've seen a lot about that, but like there is surfing there from what I've seen
True.
on TV. So like,
That's actually sick. Surfing.
and if you
I
watch
surfed
H2O
once.
Mermaids, then you know that's there too.
Wait, what's it called?
H2O Mermaids.
H2O Mermaids?
Have you never
is
seen
that?
that?
No.
Oh my gosh, H2O just add water?
I gotta see that.
Oh my gosh. You have to watch
Is
it.
that-
Okay, I feel like all the girls watched it, but it's like, you need to see it now because that's in Australia too. And you're like, oh my gosh, now you have to watch it.
All the hot guys surfing.
Yeah.
Cool. That's dope. That's me, the model. um. Yeah, bro. We should go to Madagascar.
I'm down to go to Madagascar.
Imagine I just give you a plane ticket. We're like, let's go. That'd be sick.
I will do it. I will do it. I'm calling my coach. I'm taking a week off. I'm going to Madagascar for what? Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna.
I will do
hold
it.
you to that.
I will do it.
We're doing it.
But then that means you'd have to come to Dubai with me.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. You're
Sounds like a
injured.
deal.
Are you still injured right now?
Still injured, but I'm able to like walk and jog. I just can't fully sprint now. Yeah, still injured, but not extremely injured.
Okay, good. Have you ever been like extremely injured? Where it was like hurting and like hard recovery? Have you ever broke a leg or anything? Broke something?
Besides the hammy, I actually pulled my hip muscle.
Oh.
Like I was running. This was like back in like high school. I decided not to stretch before a run, and midway through, I heard like a crack, and it was like my hip muscle like falling off, literally falling off.
No way.
Yeah, that one was the worst out of all. Not gonna lie.
Bro, it was so good seeing you at the airport too. It was so good. It was
Honestly,
random.
yeah.
Like I was stressing. Like I'm always stressing, so I'm just like thinking, and then I see you, and I'm like, she's a Canadian outfit. Like I think that girl's special. And then my family heard that and they went right to you, and I was.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I think I met your uncle. He's like, hi, and I'm like, hello.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my
And
gosh,
he's
you
like,
seem so
"Bianca's-"
nice. Yeah. Take a picture with my,
He's like-
I think he said,
Yeah.
what did he say? Take a picture with my grandson. I think that's what he said. I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And honestly, at first, I was expecting a kid like 7, 8. And I saw you and I'm like, oh, this is not a kid.
You're like, it's not a movie. Some hot 24-year-old just comes out of the back. What's up?
Yeah,
My
like-
grandson.
Like,
That's
wow,
hilarious.
you're really tall for someone who I thought was 7 years old.
Yeah, it was so good seeing you though. Like actually.
Yeah, it was honestly it was such a cute moment. I was like, this is so cute. Aw.
Right? Yeah.
And then I went skipping off to find my airport. I'm like, wow, what a good day! What a good time to start my trip. That was fun.
Okay, good. As long as you liked it. You loved it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm all for it.
Nice. Question.
Potential answer.
How do you feel the night before a race? Do you get butterflies?
Honestly, the night before a race, especially care, and I'm usually like super hyped, dancing around, flipping around. And it's not
Nice.
until actually, but I do have a pre-meal food that I have to eat every time before I run, which is Alfredo pasta. Like that's a must before I run. So
No way.
yeah,
I used
Definitely
to get pasta
Alfredo.
for hockey.
Yeah, I feel like
So
it's
good.
it's just the safest option in my opinion.
Yeah, it fills you up Gives you that protein too with the chicken.
Exactly. So that's part of my tradition. And then always got to dance around, do a little karaoke. And then it's not until 20 minutes before I actually have to run that I'm like, I need to puke. I'm going to yak. I have to get out of here. So
really?
The nerves kind of kick in like right before I run. And then right when I'm in the block, when it's like on your marks, and I'm like, oh, okay. Then I'm just like locked in. I don't really like hear anything. I was like, do you hear me when I cheer for you? And I'm like, I hear nothing, guys. I can't hear nothing. So,
really?
Yeah, like I just zone out. It's like I enter the matrix in a way.
Have you ever like got so nervous where you like froze? Or have you always like found a way to like, just like you said, get in your own zone and just, you know?
Yeah, there has been a time where I got super nervous to the point where I couldn't really like get into the zone, and it was when we were in the blocks and it's like on your marks, and my mouth just started filling up with water, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to like puke on this track. I'm about to puke, and the gun went off, and I kind of just stayed in my blocks, and I'm like, oh, I should probably go. Gulped it all down, ran. Did I PB? No, it was bad. That race was bad actually. Never mind.
5 years. You got your goal. What are you doing every day to get to that goal?
Well, at the very moment, I am stuck on rehabilitation, which is nice.
True.
So up until then will be rehab, and then trying to fix the muscles that are super weak and try to make those as strong as possible.
Nice.
Also making sure that I stop my Uber Eats addiction. So that's going to be...
Yeah, you gotta stop that. It's costing money too.
I know, but it's so good. It's just too good.
Right? And it's convenient. Just,
that's
right
what I'm saying. It's simple. Right? If I'm craving Alfredo, Uber Eats it. But the mom's like, you could just make it like, yeah, but like I could just Uber Eats it.
Yeah, right? Well, then it's like extra money. It's like, it'll be nice to cook too. I want to start cooking. Like my own recipe.
Oh my gosh. See, I've been on TikTok and I'm in my Nara Smith era now. So.
What is that?
So basically Nara Smith, she's this TikToker and she makes things like she makes food from scratch. Like, so that's going to be...
Yeah, you gotta stop that. It's costing money too.
I know, but it's so good. It's just too good.
Right? And it's convenient. Just,
So... I'm like, I will enter my Nara Smith era and start making foods from scratch, because why not? And it does taste better. I will admit, it does taste better. It's time consuming, but it tastes better. So,
what's your everyday look like? Like training?
Ooh, okay.
Do you go on TikTok? Watch videos and stuff? Do you watch videos on TikTok?
I do a lot. So it's like I would wake up, I'm on TikTok for like 20 minutes. Then I'm like, okay, time to get out of bed. And then do my morning routine, hit the gym real fast, go to my classes, go to training after my classes, and then go home, eat some food, watch some Netflix real quick, and then go in bed, watch more TikTok, and then I fall asleep.
That's a vibe.
Yeah, it is a pretty vibe, and I like where I live too because it's so convenient. It's close to my gym, close to school, and close to track, so it could just like go in and out.
What's your favorite training? Do you like deadlifts? I think I heard you say deadlifts.
I love deadlifts.
Deadlifts are sick.
Deadlifts and RDLs. I learned how to do an RDL literally a month ago, and I'm obsessed with it.
What's an RDL?
Oh, how do I explain this? So basically, it's kind of like a deadlift, but like your hands are now in front of you, and you're just kind of doing the motion, like you're leaning forward with the weight, and then kind of going up with it. It's like a deadlift, but just like it's hard. I don't even know how to explain that one.
I think I know what you're saying. I like that too.
But I hope I can get I want to learn how to do cleans though.
What's cleans? Oh,
it's like the one where it's like, yeah, that one.
That's scary, bro. Remember in hockey, I had like these hockey legs. When I saw you running, you got like these nice like legs. I'm like, dude, I gotta start working legs. I'm only arms.
Legs day is the best day, and no one can tell me otherwise. Always work the legs.
No way. Is it actually, you like it? Leg day?
I love leg day. Honestly, for me, I do leg day every day.
Wow.
Leg day is an everyday thing, but different muscles in the leg. So it'd be hamstring day, leg day, quad day, leg day, depending.
That's cool.
Leg day's the best
Legs
day.
are like your base too. So like, right?
Yeah. Plus, like, you gotta have strong legs to run. Like, the faster you get, your muscles kind of have to, like, adapt to it, too. So they have to equally get stronger with it, or that's how injuries happen, so.
Yeah. I saw you're from Tampa, Florida.
Yes, I'm American, actually.
That's cool. I wish.
Yeah. That you were American?
I wish I was like I love palm trees. Palm trees are so nice.
Honestly, palm trees are a vibe. They are a vibe. But I love Canada, so happy I represent Team
Canada's
Canada. And
Yeah, Canada.
the weird thing is I love winter, so everyone's like, you're
Do you
crazy for
like
that.
Have you ever skied?
Not skied, but I've snowboarded.
No way.
Yeah, I tried skiing. I'm just really bad.
Yeah, dude, I'm a pro. I'll be ripping down that hill head first.
Can you snowboard though?
No.
Okay, you teach me how to ski. I'll teach you how to snowboard.
Deal. We'll go this year. If you're down. That'd be sick.
All right, we're
Yes,
making it happen. Making that happen too.
And then go to Madagascar after, see the lion. And then
Yeah.
watch your races. That'd be cool.
Okay, we'll do that. And I will watch your modeling shoots.
Yeah. I just kind of picked up my modeling better because I was like, he's like, basically just feel yourself. He's like, feel your body and stuff. So I started doing that. I'm like, damn, this is a little easier. I just started kind of learning that. So I think I'm going to do better with modeling in the future.
So that's gonna be.
You gotta stop that. It's costing money too.
I know, but it's so good. It's just too good.
Right?
But-
And it's convenient. Just,
That's what
right
I'm
there.
saying. It's simple. If I'm craving Alfredo,
Yeah.
Uber Eats it. But the mom's like, you could just
Yeah.
make it your. Like, yeah, but like I could just Uber Eats it. And they'll be like, I'm nervous. Are you? And I'm like, a little bit. And then we'll just have a full-on conversation in the start line. And I love those competitors because I'm a huge yapper. So it's like if someone's talking to me at the start line, I'm so happy because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm making a friend. Hey, girl.
Me too.
So
Right?
I get super excited. But then there's also the serious people who are like, stop talking. And we're like, oh,
Yeah.
we're going to be quiet now. But then I kind of feel
Yeah.
a little like moment of humbling when I do beat them because I'm like, see, you're being so serious for nothing. Like, just gotta relax.
True.
If you relax, you do better.
It's like,
I always feel like the super sweet and like talkative people are always the ones who do so well. Or like if I'm like, good luck, they're like, good luck. Or like I'm like, okay, you're gonna do super well, and they end up doing really good. But then when I'm like, good luck to someone, they're like, oops. So that's gonna be.
you gotta stop that. It's costing. I was always nervous though. Like I've always been a nervous kind of person. So like before hockey, I get super nervous where I want to like you said, puke. But then after, you'd feel like 10 times better once you do it, and you're just like. Partying and my career was going downhill there.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, then I was like, I still want to make something because I was very ambitious and I was like, I want to do something. Like I've always wanted to do something, and then made videos and did something. But if I can go back, I'd be an athlete. It's my favorite. It's so cool,
Hey.
the lifestyle, you know?
No, you still got the genes, so you never know. You could even become a coach if you wanted to, because you have the
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, I'd be a coach too. That'd be sick.
You never know.
Do you think you'll ever like coach and train?
I honestly thought about it, but then I feel like I'd be a terrible coach. Like, I feel like because I've been through the hard workouts and I feel so bad giving them to my athletes because I'm like, I've puked for some of these workouts and I don't want my athletes to puke because I just feel so bad. So I feel like I would not be able to be a coach. A coach is, they're so like headstrong and I feel like I'm just too much of a baby and like too empathetic to be a coach.
Yeah. Me too, actually.
So it wouldn't work out for me. Honestly.
What's your favorite motivational like quote to like stick with? It can be so simple. Like mine's like keep moving forward no matter what. I made it like a merch too. And I really like it. What's yours?
I think mine would be, well, it kind of goes in two ways. There's one where it's like make it happen and let it happen.
Ooh,
and I learned these from like both
like
of my coaches back in the day. So basically when it's like let it happen, like that's kind of like the process has happened. You've done all the training for it. It's not just like let it happen. Like whatever happens, happens. Just let it happen. And then there's make it happen, which is more like put in the work, like put in all the work in the training for it, and then to make whatever happens. And then when you're at the final part, then just let it happen and go with the flow. So I think those would be my favorite quotes.
I think you just gotta keep like staying on that right path, like you said, like make it happen, kind of like no matter what, and then just let it happen. I think it's that first like committing to, like just committing and just be like, this is what I want to do, and just don't give up, you know?
Yeah, and that's kind of where the make it happen. So it's like be committed, be grounded to your goal, and it's like sometimes I'll be on my like the floor eating like a bunch of brownies. I'm like, what am I doing? This is not making it happen. This is making me become a big bag.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels impossible too.
So then it's like finally when everything has gone its way, then it's like just let it happen and everything will kind of play out because you've done the work. So what's the worst that could happen? So.
True.
Oh my god.
And we just had a natural connection, me and you.
Yeah,
really
honestly,
good.
I think conversations like that are a lot better than it's like scripted. Yeah, that was very smooth. Loved it.
Bianca, thank you so much for coming on my podcast. You actually don't realize how happy I am to, and how good I feel for you to pick me, as much as, you know, we all, like, you think like I'm really cool, but I think you're really freaking cool. So I am so grateful to have you on this podcast. So thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, we're going skiing. We're going to Madagascar, and I'm coming to your races, and you're coming to my photo shoots. We're best friends now, if that's okay with you.
We are besties.
Yes. All right. Thanks, Bianca. I will talk to you later.